lot of research and quite an involved writing process. Shweta, how was that for you, working with a professor as a student co-author?
It was an amazing journey. I mean, we had co-authored a case before this also, but that was a primary case. And trust me, secondary cases are very, very difficult. I would not shy away from saying that I had tears, both literally and figuratively, when we were writing this case, especially with the review process with Ivy. And there have been multiple challenges when we were writing this, and we used to discuss this all the time. One of the main challenges that I can state is acting, as a role of Sanjay. So Sanjay is a character in one of the ancient epic in the Indian mythology called Mahabharata, wherein two sets of cousins are fighting in the war field, the Kauravas and the Pandavas, and the father of Kauravas, Dhritarashtra, is a blind king, and he wanted to witness the events happening in the war field. And he asked one of his ministers who had this mystic potency to view events from far off. And the primary responsibility was that he narrated the events of the war with precision, with clarity, and without any bias. And I think that was the most difficult part, because other cases that we wrote, those were more factual, and this was so emotional. Every practices when we heard about, it touched our emotional chord, and I was like, Professor Bhatnagar, let's add this also, let's add that also. But then we discussed, and we thought that we need to also keep the case balanced, because when we are bringing it to the class, there has to be a discussion point in the class. So that yin-yang approach of ensuring that we have enough positives also about the case, and not just things that are touching us emotionally. How can an employer do that? I think that was one difficult thing. And Professor Bhatnagar helped me keep a check on that whenever that bias is used to creep in.